things. Manhattan clears out. I imagine LA does to a certain extent.
And then this restaurant that had opened to great fanfare, the Luau, which is an old 1970s restaurant in Beverly Hills. They closed it, then they opened it, closed. Closed. So we need to bring in Connie De Groot.
Connie De Groot is a Beverly Hills realtor. She joins us now. So, Connie, is what Liz saw pretty indicative of what's happening all over there?
Yes, it is. Not only in Beverly Hills, but also in Santa Monica. There's another street that has high-end shops and high prices for leases. And there's so many empty shops. I tried to go to a bakery. I thought, oh, I'm just going to go grab this fabulous scone. And the place was closed. It was out of business. So that's common, and it's sad. It's an awful feeling. But I think that also a lot of the landlords in those areas are also very stubborn with their prices. Exactly. I know some people that they've leased spaces for 20 plus years, and because they wouldn't reduce the rent even a tiny bit, they left. They left for a better opportunity. And so I don't know if that's really a wise decision, but it's hard to pay these high rents, and only the people that have been there maybe for a long time can manage to continue until times get better.
Well, Connie, this then brings us to sort of let's wake up and smell the coffee sellers, and that is that they have not become realistic, in my opinion. And I was talking to my brother who's looking to buy a house, and he keeps waiting for that moment when the so-called 1.5 million turns into 900,000. And that's a very tough thing. A lot of these people can't come to grips with the fact that they actually have to sell for less than what they bought. What will be that sort of turning point or the pushing over the edge of the cliff where they realize they have to sell?
Well, for some people, they're hanging on. I mean, there are people in Beverly Hills. I mean, you can own a multi-million-dollar home and you could still be having financial troubles. It has to do with how much is coming in and how much is going out. So there are people that have been waiting for 2 years that I know of, thinking that the housing market not only was going to stabilize, but was going to start zooming forward again. And so they're not selling, they're trying to hang on. So with some of those people, they're going to run out of time. With other people, I am noticing that more sellers are starting to work with buyers more so than they have in those high-end areas. It's gotten a lot better than it has a year ago. The people that price their homes really right, move those properties. We're seeing multiple offers, even when it's $3–4 million homes in Beverly Hills. But it has to be priced right. A buyer is not going to move forward and overpay. A lot of them will not even make an offer on something that's priced too high. I know I've talked about this before, but it remains to be true today. So, but you know, another thing is your brother. You should tell your brother. I mean, rates are so low.
Yeah, he knows.
It's unbelievable.
No, they're historic
point,
levels. They've never been low, but it's not helping in some of the hard-pressed markets. Although one thing that's different from your market that we just talked to somebody from Florida who said the high-end property is moving well. In your area, it's the low end, right? The low end is moving. People, everybody's looking for a bargain, I guess, right?
Well, they are, but in the very high, over 10 million. We've actually sold more homes on the west side of Los Angeles, over 10 million, than we did last year. So there's something else going on. There's a different story for those very high end. I also think that people with a lot of money are looking for places to put that money. And I don't know, the stock market doesn't seem that safe to me. So with real estate values coming down, I mean, there are properties that are listed for 24 million that end up selling for 17 million. So you're seeing, I post this on my website, you're seeing big negotiations happening on the very high end. So some of these people are getting pretty good deals, and they're waiting for the market to recover.
Connie, quickly, what's your website in case people want to check that out?
My name, ConnieDeGroot.com, and every week it's updated with what's sold and what the original list price is.
Connie De Groot, ConnieDeGroot.com.
Thanks, Connie.
Yeah.